Peace, peace. Baragani, Islam, Salam, Hete Pu, Rahubat, Gino Lako Ninani, Chief Noble Bandele, Elamine, back again for another video. In today's video, we're going to be dealing with Black law terminology. We're going to look at Black law definitions. Okay. Particularly, we're going to look at three different legal terms that some people may not understand the legal side. They understand it only from the English side. Okay. So we're going to look at that today because that's very important. You know, we've dealt with Black law before, and we're going to get more into Black law definitions so more people can have understanding of that. So we're going to get to that. But before we get to the video, please check out the new book dealing with navigating melanated love and relationships in the modern era. Okay. Wisdom, knowledge, and collective thoughts based on the greatest minds past and present. So basically, my new book is going to be looking at relationships, melanated relationships in the present day. They're going to be controversial topics, but we're going to look at these from the perspective of our elders, our leaders, and our ancestors. Okay, so we got people like Malcolm X. We're going to deal with Raoul Nefer Amin, Francis Cress Wilson, even Kevin Samuels. Okay, so we're going to look at various people perspective and how it relates to the modern time, how we need to look at it, how relationships are expressed through our own people. Okay, so very good book. Please check that book out. Right. So with that being said, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we need more people to subscribe. So with that being said, we're gonna get into these Black law definitions, right? Because the Black law is the main book, the main dictionary that is used today. It's the most popular book amongst the legal field, and we have used the Black Laws Dictionary time and time again, dealing with expressing definitions. But this video is definitely just particularly about three particular definitions. Some people might have heard of them, but we're going to go over a couple of them and we're going to break it down. Most people look at the words that are spoken as English words. They go to a Oxford dictionary or whatever dictionary, and that particular definition is what we usually use in regular day to day. We understand that when we're dealing with legality, okay, we use the term legalese. Legalese is a different language from English. Okay, it's particularly it's legal, which is very based in Latin. Okay, a lot of legal words and terminologies come from Latin, aka from Roman law. Okay, so when we're dealing with the when we're dealing with law and legalese, we cannot use a lot of the understanding and the definitions we have been taught in your everyday school. Okay, so one of the examples that we're going to show, and we've shown maybe before, is the term person. Okay, because most people think of the person as one thing, but when we look today, the definition of person in the Black Laws Dictionary, which you can get a Black Laws Dictionary like this is online. You can just look it up online and get a PDF. Okay, so the definition of a person, it says, is a man considered according to the rank he holds in society, with all the right to which the place he holds entitled him. Okay, and the duties which it imposes. So a person is just not a human being, okay, or not even a human being, but a flesh and blood. We're going to use that term. A person is not necessarily a flesh and blood. It is a man, but it's considered a man who has a certain rank in society, okay? So when we say that person over there, that's not the particular same definition that you would find in the Black law, okay? So let's look at it even further because it goes a little deeper. It says that the word The word in its natural and usual signification includes women as well as men. Now, this is where it gets tricky because a lot of people don't understand this. It says the term may include artificial beings. What is an artificial being? Artificial beings as corporations. So a person is also considered a corporation. It also says quasi corporations, territorial corporations, okay? Foreign corporations, under statutes forbidding the taking of property without due process of law and giving to all persons the equal protection of the law. So now I'm just going to break this part down. When they're talking about persons, they could be talking about Walmart. They could be talking about Amazon. Those are persons. So according to them, a person, which is a corporation, has equal protection of the laws. So understand that. That's why a corporation can own land, or not own land, but it can buy property. Okay, it can't own anything, but it can definitely possess property. Or, for example, you can put a car in a property's name, in a person's name, a corporation, there's a lot of people who have businesses who actually have registered their car in their business name. So the business name is a corporation. It's an artificial being. We also call that a fictitious being. Okay, so we'll get to that one day. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily get into fictition right now. Okay, so let's just look at and see if there's any more to this. All right, it says, let's look. It says, but a corporation of another state is not a person within the jurisdiction of the state until it has compiled with the conditions of admissions to do business in that state. So, okay, so that's interesting too. So, if you have a business that is not registered in another state, then it may not be considered a person within that jurisdiction. So, if you've got A, B, and C corporation in, like, we're in Ohio, and then you want to do business in Kentucky, technically, Kentucky is not recognizing you as a person until you have entered their jurisdiction, until you have filed into their jurisdiction. Okay. So understand that. All right. So we've looked at person, and we understand that person doesn't necessarily mean a living being. It can be what we call corpse, something that's dead, but that is still able to possess. When you look at the word corpse, it means dead, right? Well, how we know. So when you look at the word corporation, you see the word corp in it. A corporation is not a living being. So a person can be living or not living. All right. So let's look at the next definition. Okay. The next definition is money. There's a lot of talk about how money in our society is not money. And well, we don't understand that, right? Most people say, I mean, the dollar bill I got in my hand is money. Is it really money? Let's look at the definition of money. Money, in usual or ordinary acceptation, it means gold, silver, or paper money used as circulating mediums of exchange. So right there, you're like, oh, well, we got paper money, right? Paper money is considered uh, money. We use that's what we use. We dollar bills, right? But let's go further. It says, and it does not embrace notes, bonds, evidences of debt, or other personal or real estate. So let's look at that, right? Because I think, okay, let's just look at that, right? Real quick. It says it does not embrace notes or bonds. If you look at a dollar bill, it says that it's a federal note or it's a note. It's not money, it's a note. Okay? Evidences of debt. Evidences of debt. So if you understand the money that we use, it is a debt. It says it's a debt bearing note to be used public and private. If you look on the dollar bill, it will say it's a debt. So it can be used as a place of debt, but it is not real money. Real money, it says, means gold, silver, or paper money used in circulating medium of exchange. So if the paper money is backed by gold or silver, then it's considered lawful money or money. But if it's evidence of a debt, which it is not considered money, according to this particular definition. So, but let's look at it. The term monies is not of more extensive signification than money. It means only cash and not things in action. Okay, so that's a see, like when you look at the Black law's definitions, a lot of times they're going to refer you back to a case law. It says in a strict technical sense, money means coin metal, usually silver or gold, upon which the government stamp has been impressed to indicate its value. Okay, it is well, in its more popular sense, money means any currency, tokens, banknotes, or other circulated mediums in general use. So what you see is they're trying to say that it's being used as money. The money that we have today is being used as money in its more popular sense, but that's not the definition of money. It says in its technical sense, money is coin. So technically, money is supposed to be gold and silver. But in today's society, they're using the term money on something that really is not money. The simple meaning of money in current coin is current coin, but it may mean possessions expressible in money values. Money has no technical meaning, but is an ambiguous import and may be interpreted having regard to all surrounding circumstances under which it is used. So, money is often and popularly used as an equivalence to property. Money means wealth reckoned in terms of money, capital, considered as cash asset, specifically such wealth or capital dealt in as a commodity to be loaned, invested, or the like. Okay. Now, we can go into a little bit, popular money. I mean, not popular, but public money, money received by officers of the state in the ordinary uh, processes of taxation under municipal charter, money or funds belonging to a city, monies that are owed or payable to a city. So it goes on and on. That's why I'm saying, like, the definitions um, in law are a lot different than what you're going to read necessarily in like a regular Oxford dictionary or whatever, right? So it covers the whole spectrum of money, but money in its true sense, so when they say money, money is gold or silver. The reason why is because in the Constitution, money is supposed to be gold and silver. Okay, but as many of you know, in time, money has become nothing. It has no value. And so when it became has no value, they begin to convert or change the definition. What I like about black law is going to give you what it really is, and then it's going to tell you how it's being used. So that's important to understand, all right? So let's look at the next definition. Okay, we're going through them quickly. The next definition is custody. We're looking at the word custody. Many times when we look at the word custody, we're talking about getting custody of our children. We're talking about who has custody of a person. Custodial rights come into play. But when we look at the word custody, we're going to understand what custody really means, right? So, has like I said, has a different definition. Custody is the care and keeping of anything as when an article is said to be in the custody of the courts. Okay. Also, look, it says also the detainer of a person by virtue of lawful process or authority, actual imprisonment in a sentence that the defendant be in custody until. This term imports actual imprisonment. So the word custody also means imprisonment. Okay, so when we talk, I mean, like, so when we looking at custody of our children, they're under our custody. They're in technically they're imprisoned in a sense because we've got guardianship over them, and they can't do anything unless we allow it, right? So it's very similar to imprisonment. All right, so it says also detention, charge, control, possession. The term is very elastic and may mean actual imprisonment or physical detention or mere power, legal or physical, of imprisoning or of taking manual possession. Okay? So like um when we talk about the word possession, possession means does not mean ownership. Understand that. You possess you have possession over it, but you don't own it. So the word is defined as care and possession of a thing and means the keeping, right? The guarding or care or watch or inspection, the preservation or security of a thing, and carries with it the idea of the thing being within an immediate personal care and control of the person to whose custody it is subjected. Okay? Immediate charge and control. So, I mean, when we talk about custodialship, we're talking about control and possession. Custody of property means such a relation toward it as would constitute possession if the person having custody had it on his own account. Okay? Custody means keeping, guardianship, the state of being held in keeping or under guard. So when we talk about custodian, or not custodialship, but when we talk about a custody of a child, you have guardianship under guard. The child is under your guard. Okay. Imprisonment. It has its liberty is restraint. So anything under custody has a restraint on its liberty. So what does that mean? It doesn't have freedom. Anything under custody is not free to do on its own. Okay? So understand that, overstand that. So these are the three definitions that we'll look at today. You guys take time to look and read over these definitions yourself. Once again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Um, and you guys be on here, going in on people, right? So if you guys are going to be funny and have disrespect, very disrespectful comments, I will delete them. Okay, so just letting you know. I mean, like, this is serious, and we're looking for serious comments and serious questions. Okay, so with all that being said, that is all for today. Check out the next video, and like I said, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can be alerted to all new videos and content. And until then, peace. Tuta Nana.